When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You got to check out this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. It is going to make you feel old.
I want to check it out then.
Yeah.
I want to stay young forever.
Sorry, man. It feels like all I got is old news for old people.
Old news for old people. I thought we want to live forever. Or we want to be young forever, and Rev and I bust into forever young. Like what? It's already dating us and making us sound old.
So old. Didn't really want to bring it up to anybody except you two, and you already brought it up.
Well, we're kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm. So this video, really, it's a video of a mom trying to explain what a cassette tape is to her young daughter, who calls it some ancient history storyteller.
Cleaning out the basement. I've got some of my childhood boxes out here, and my daughter says this. What did you just ask me?
It looks like some ancient history storyteller.
Ancient history. This is a cassette tape. This is how we used to listen to music and how we recorded music from the radio. This is how we saved Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
You're dead serious. You don't know what this is?
No. It looks like you shake it or something.
No, it probably has all my favorite songs from the radio.
You pull it or something?
No, you have to put it in a cassette player.
So what do you put them in?
Wow, dude.
I hate this kid.
Buy the kid a 10-year Ruxpin. Damn it.
Yep. What is she, 10?
Yeah, so is she generation...
9, 10, maybe 11.
She's generation A, I think. Is she an alpha? That's how far removed.
Titles.
But that's what I'm saying. Is we know what we know what millennials are, which are Ys. We know what Zs are, and I think she's younger than a Z. If she's 10, which is just like
generation pain in my A for having that kind of attitude, I tell you.
Generation whippersnapper.
Yeah, generation get off my lawn, kid.
Yeah, sounds like Generation Alpha, 2010 to 2024.
Yeah, so she has this look. You got to watch the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. She just has this look of wonder. She's not trying to be a smartass.
No.
She's just like, is this like an ancient history thing? To her, she's like, oh my gosh, what is this? This find? Is it like Jurassic Park? Am I going to find a dinosaur thing in here?
I've seen stuff like this before where they just did listen to this sound, and it's a modem dial-up tone.
Right.
And it's doing the gree, 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 and the kids are like, what the hell is that? It's like, that's how we connected to the internet, kids.
Now it's got me thinking of what other things would just completely throw that kid for a loop. Like show her an answering machine. She'll be like, what in the hell is that? Granted, also has a cassette, but some of them are even digital, and you're like, what do you need that for when you just have an answering machine that's hooked up for your cell phone?
I got one, a floppy disk.
Oh.
Because someone pointed out that a lot of times in your documents and stuff, when you save it, it's a little floppy disk icon, and no kid's going to know what that is.
That's a good point.
Oh, geez.
They just know it as the save button, but they don't know what it is.
That's a good, they're going to go, that's just what it means to save things. I don't know if that ever had an original meaning.
I bet there's kids around 12 or so, maybe even younger, that have no idea even what a CD player is and look at it and think it's like an Xbox or some kind of video game console. They're like, why can't I play a video game on this?
So on today's edition of Why We're Old.
If you really want to feel old,
Why we're old,
go to the younger kids. I've asked my nieces and nephews. So when you tell somebody, hey, what's the signal for making a phone call, you usually do kind of like the hang loose with your ear.
Mahalo.
Yeah, right? If you ask a younger generation person this, they always put a flat hand on their face. because of the iPhones or the cell phones.
Yeah.
Instead of the...
I thought they were just smacking themselves. I'm like, good, keep doing that until you understand what Dad went through.
On today's edition of Why We're Old.
Right?
Yeah, I asked a 14-year-old this, and nope, I'm ancient now.
Yeah. And by the way, Steve, I hate to say this, but sounding more and more like your pops every day.
Damn straight. Proud of it.
Now it's damn straight.
He's accepted it now. He's looking
now
for
happy
Legos
about
to
it.
step on.
I even had to be a defensive driver this morning. I was like, I'm trying to be a defensive driver. Just like my dad would say.
No.
So I can cut some people. No, I'm kidding.
Wow. It's happened. Wow. At any given moment, you are in trouble if you park in front of Steve's house.
What about like a rotary phone would probably trip him out too?
Oh, a rotary phone. I mean, there might be some young millennials that don't even know what the hell that is.
I know that there are like hookups. You can hook up your phone to a rotary phone like they have it on Amazon. And I was like, those things are hilarious.
Oh, so you can feel like an old-timey person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. And you guys don't know this only because of the fact that, I mean, I just watched, I remember watching this on a show when when the characters travel to the 30s and they have you have to ring up the phone, you have to dial, you have to crank the phone to get it to ring. And
that was before my time.
Yeah.
The only crank with phone was like the 900 numbers, but that's different.
That's a different kind of crank.
And that also probably makes no sense to anybody in there. Like,
900 numbers?
No, they really
20s.
don't. On today's edition of Perverts Getting Old.
If I wanted to get excited, I couldn't just go to my phone and look at videos.
It costs $4.99 a minute.
I'm going to be mad.
That was revolutionary because if I wanted to get excited, I had to go out to the forest and dig up the magazines we buried. Because,
Spoken like a true serial killer. So you were pretending to be Gary Ridgway instead of using actual prostitutes. You used nude women pictures.
See, you didn't learn from your brother. I did, and you couldn't hide those around the house. Mom would always find them. There's just no way. So my younger friends and I got together and said, "Look, we can't keep these in their houses. We know because we all had older brothers, so we saw what happened to them. So we said, we'll bury them out back here in the woods. The parents won't come out here."
Oh, we would just take like my old wrestling magazines and unstaple it and take like the cover part of the magazine and put it over the nudie magazines.
Nice.
Right?
The nudie. The kids even know what you're talking about. The nudie magazines.
It's OnlyFans, but on paper, kids.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You call it.
Can we take a personal day? Can we take a personal day? I need to go look at my nudie magazines.
Oh, gosh.
We used to call the films, we called them skin flicks. I don't know if you kids use that term anymore.
Someone said, what about a Laserdisc player? Yeah, a kid would probably be like, why isn't it playing music?
Yeah.
Why is this thing so gigantic?
Yep.
Oh, man. All right, we have a talk about being old and all the old technology. New technology got a guy kicked off a plane after he airdropped a picture of his junk to all the passengers around him. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:19 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Law Tigers for giving us the Migs Report. And today, a very special day. One of the most frustrating things, I think, when I'm on a computer typing an email, and I realize I forgot to turn off the caps lock. Happy National Caps Lock Day.
I just did that to Joe.
Dude.
It's like, sorry for caps.
It does show, like, the level of, like, how close I consider you to me in my world. Like, if I'm close of a friend or, individual, like, if I'm doing all caps lock and I realize I did it, if it's someone that's close enough to me, I just keep it all caps lock and just write crap, sorry, caps lock.
I learned that by watching you.
Oh, I said, every time I'm like, oh man, I just wrote like 3 sentences, didn't bother to look up. It's all in caps lock. It's the Rev. He'll understand.
Yeah.
And I like it, rather than go back and write it all over, it's a lot easier just to go, oh crap, caps lock.
And it'll be mid-sentence. I won't even caps lock, and then finish the rest of the thought with the caps off. So enjoy that day. You would think at this point, I still think you should be able to, on an email, highlight the whole thing, and then just hit control caps lock, and it just lowers everything.
That would be a great invention. I am surprised that hasn't been done yet.
I'm shocked that I know on Word you can highlight it and then click some buttons. So let's make it easy for us. We're lazy.
Oh, Word at least has a way to do it, but you have a bunch of buttons you got to click?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. If you did everything in cap, and whatever it is, if you just highlight it and you just click on that A, uppercase A, lowercase A on top of your little menu bar thing. Scroll down, you can either put it all in lowercase, uppercase. You can capitalize each word.
Wow.
You can go crazy.
I did not know that. Clippy, I need Clippy. I miss him.
Oh my gosh. Should we talk about how things make you feel old? That was that little paper clip that would pop up and give you
with the googly eyes.
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he was, when Microsoft Word first came out, there was Clippy.
Also today,
help me out,
a very special day. It's International Body Piercing Day. So what better way to celebrate than to go back to the time that I got my eyebrow pierced and passed out live on the radio.
I feel really lightheaded right now. I might pass out. Yeah, I'm going to pass out, dude. Whoa!
Still one of my favorite moments ever. Was passing out live on the radio.
I'm going to pass out, dude.
So it's terrifying looking, though, man.
I know. Is he dead?
Right?
And dude, I have to say, man, I always, whenever I hear, old tapes of myself, I just feel like, who sped this up?
It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's like, we don't think our voice changes much just until, the puberty part, but man, it continues.
It's not just the boys that continue to drop.
Yeah. Look, it's a phenomenon with my stuff, too, and I always thought it was just me, but then hearing that, it's like, we didn't speed that up. That's Steve in a younger day.
Vicky, are you the only one that's pierced on our... Danny's not here today. Sarah, she's got piercings.
Just earrings, I think, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Do you count the earrings for like people?
Yeah, it's a
piercing. Then almost every woman is pierced when you think about it.
Yeah, I got pierced when I was a baby.
And a lot of dudes these days too, if you're counting the ears.
Yeah, I'm not this wasn't anything to judge or argue.
No, I guess no. My point being is piercing. When you talk about it, I feel like it's in a place besides the ear.
Same.
In my brain, that's what I think.
That's the first thought.
No, your ears were pierced.
Yes.
Damn
and then nose, belly button.
Yeah, see, nose, belly button. To me, I count Vicky as being pierced. I know literally she is if she has her ears pierced, but almost everybody gets that. It seems. Claire's will do it for you if you just walk in.
Yeah, for sure. And do that. Now Tatum, she's starting to get into the idea of earrings. So we got the clip-on ones, and then the clip-on ones were a pain in the backside because after a while you're we want to take them off, but kids are no, I want to keep these on forever. But it's leaving marks. So now she's big into little stickers. I think we get them at one of those little kid stores.
Oh, that's a cool idea. Stickers for your ear.
They have little sticker earrings. And
I could wear those.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I have them on my forehead, on my nose. On the weekends, I got stickers all over my face.
How come those pictures aren't up on the internet?
I'll have to find some. Okay, fine.
Come on, you got to do it.
All right, let's talk about this idiot that's in the news and deservingly so was kicked off of a plane. In fact, they escorted him. The cops did because of what he did on the plane. And what did he do? He decided to airdrop a photo of his junk to everybody on the plane. Wow. This happened on a flight from Detroit to Denver on Saturday. It's a guy in his maybe 60s or 70s. BJ, were you on your way to Denver?
It's very possible that it could have been me. I don't know how to use my phone sometimes.
So a woman put this whole thing on TikTok where she talks about what happened because she noticed she got it. She accepted because you could choose to accept the picture. And I think out of just pure curiosity, I probably would have accepted it as well. Someone's trying to airdrop you a picture. I'd be like, well, I don't know who it is, but let me go check and see. Because, sometimes you can have it set. I have it set so that anyone can airdrop me. I know some people, it's contacts only. Well, anyway, she opened it up, and what was it? A woman talking into this man's microphone. Wow. So she confronted the guy, and here is the audio of her talking to the guy that airdropped the picture of the junk.
I'm talking to this guy, we're just making friends, and I say to him, oh my god, I just got an airdrop from Larry's iPad, and so I accept it, and there it was. It was a picture of a woman's face and a little bit of pee-pee at the bottom, and I look over and I said, are you Larry? And he said, yes, I am. did you mean to send me this? And he said, yes, I did. And I said, are you sending it to everybody? And he said, yes, I am. So we do think he has like a kink and like he's totally gonna like think about it, played into it. The plane lands and Larry gets escorted off, and then I actually don't know if anything happened to him. We were told he's probably getting arrested.
You know, I mean, I was going to be like, hey, you know what? You shouldn't click on stuff that isn't yours. But since she talked to Larry and Larry's like, I'm all about this, then I think, yeah, Larry's a douche.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're getting. It just says someone's sending you airdrop.
That happens a lot of times. I see it on planes where, as soon as, like sometimes I'll want to airdrop something from my phone to my iPad because it's just a bigger screen to read. Yeah. And I will see everybody else that actually I could airdrop. And I'm like, oh, wow, I better be careful with this.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to send this game instructions to somebody because then they go, wow, you're really a weirdo.
I would definitely kick you off the plane for that. Nerd, get off the plane.
I feel like airplanes and airports are the biggest place where people do this because I had someone airdrop me like a weird picture that says you will fart.
Okay, that's funny.
That's funny.
It's harmless.
It's harmless, but I feel like and other people were trying to send me stuff, but this one was the only one that came through.
Well, it was like that guy that was on the subway that was a couple of years ago that was like he was airdropping his dong to people on the subway.
Yeah, and again, I don't know. We don't click on anything. Maybe we don't think our phones can be broken and destroyed, but I just look at it like I am not going to click on anything because I don't know what it'll do to my phone. That's been my attitude.
With an airdrop, at least I haven't heard any. And one day, maybe if those stories start coming out where they're able to access something, I would be thinking of that. But now
I don't want to be number one, Steve.
Fair.
That's my thing.
Fair. You don't want Larry's dong?
I don't want Larry's dong. See, that's the thing. I would. Okay.
Larry's dong.
Dongs. Yeah, I don't want it on my phone.
No. I do love that a flight attendant's like, Larry, why did you do that? And he says, I was just having a little fun.
Yeah, and Larry is just like, I mean, really, he doesn't look like the kind of guy that you'd want to see his dong. I mean, really, it's you're 60 years old, don't look like you're in the greatest shape. Nobody needs to see that except the person that, was allowing you a little fun time.
Hey, Charles Barkley continues to be my hero. We talk about things that make you feel old. Well, Charles seems to be very at a disadvantage when it comes to technology.
Oh boy, did he do something on a plane? What happened?
Nothing bad, but he's known for like not having. They always joke about him on like NBA, pre and post game stuff of having a tough time with like the touch screens and FaceTiming and things along those lines. Well, apparently there's a woman by the name of Marika who walked up to Charles Barkley and asked him to take a video of her for some reason, for a TikTok or something along those lines, right?
Oh boy.
So she gives the phone to Charles, and Charles, well, he has a very difficult time trying to figure out what the hell to do with it. And here's the audio of what went down.
Excuse me, can you take a video of me right now?
What do you need me to do?
Hold that, just hold it, please. Thank you. Okay.
Wait, can I get myself in it?
Want to do a selfie?
I want to do a selfie.
Do a selfie.
I'm not in the picture right now. So how do I make this work for me? I want both of us to be in it. This is a TikTok?
This is a TikTok.
I want to do a TikTok where we both in it.
We got this.
Okay, we got it?
We got this.
Oh, boy, he sounds like me. I want to do a TikTok.
What's this TikTok? And I want to do it. I love Charles Barkley.
He is the best.
I also love Odell Beckham Jr. And the reason why, some would say what he just did, very, very narcissistic. I say it's very awesome.
Okay, well, we'll see where this is on the rock scale.
Okay, he's currently a free agent. He had an injury. Who knows if he's going back to the Los Angeles Rams? But he recently commissioned a piece of art to be done for him.
Okay,
and the art. Well, let me see if I can find it. I had it set it all. There it is. It's a painting of himself helping himself up off the ground.
But he's in different uniforms.
It's very deep, bro. So on the ground, it's Odell Beckham Jr. as a member of the Cleveland Browns. Standing up and helping him off that ground is Odell Beckham Jr. as a Los Angeles Ram.
Wow, that does say a lot.
He's saving his career by leaving the Browns to become a Ram.
There's a lot of. I feel like that's the meaning, Steve, and in a way, that is kind of a cool, painting, even though it is him.
It's awesome. He has a painting of himself helping himself up. Wow. It doesn't get greater than that.
Where is that on the rock scale?
I don't even know.
As far as narcissism goes.
Well, there's no tequila in the shop.
Yeah, there's none of that.
And he's not doing anything charitable. This is just solely for himself.
Do we think The Rock has a painting of himself somewhere that he had commissioned?
I sure hope he does.
Oh, see, look at you. You're all about it.
I'm also the guy that would get a painting of my face on the hood of my car if my wife would let me.
Okay, I really think this needs to happen. It is your vehicle.
Yeah, but sometimes we have to drive together, and she refuses to get in the vehicle.
Come on. Oh, I want to see that.
I was thinking, but see, I don't know if he does it for the same reason I do, because I think it's hilarious and stupid. I don't know if like Odell Beckham Jr. thinks it's hilarious and stupid, or he just thinks it's awesome.
Yeah, I think, it definitely looks like it's meant to be a serious painting. And, his L.A. Rams self helping up his Cleveland Brown self off the field like a player sometimes does when someone gets tackled. I think it's got a deep meaning, so I think it's serious. That would be, it would be like the Steve Mobile.
Now, BJ, do you know the baseball player for the Kansas City Royals, Zach Greinke?
Oh, yeah. So he's been around for a while.
Okay, well, he just went viral for something that happened. I guess he's known for being a little bit of an eclectic, kind of weird dude. Like at one point, he stopped middle of a game to talk to one of his players. He had to ask his catcher about a trade that he wanted to do in fantasy football.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, some of his players don't like him because he's just kind of a loner. Yeah. One of his teammates, I guess, wanted to punch him in the face at one point. And he's even admitted that he hates fans that are in the stands.
Oh, boy. Zach, you're really endearing yourself to everybody.
So he did something also that some would say was kind of douchey. Others might think kind of awesome. I might be the guy that thinks it's kind of awesome. But then again, I also found it awesome that Billy Joel told me to F off as a kid.
Okay.
So there's a teenager that went up to him trying to get an autograph. And he's like, oh, Zach, can you sign this ball? Can you sign this ball? So Zach, I guess, pretended that he was going to go autograph the baseball for the kid. Took the ball, had the pen out ready to sign it, and then took the ball and threw it as far as humanly possible. To which the kid, the teenager, was like, why did you do that? Zach responded, for my amusement, and walked away.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, he's being truthful.
Some people are like, that never happened. And the kid's like, no, it did happen. And there's other people on Twitter going, I witnessed it. It was weird.
Wow. Yeah, that, you can't help but look like a really bad guy doing that.
But the headlines, everyone's like, oh, Zach took a ball from a kid and threw it as far as possible. I'm like, yeah, he is a kid, but he's a teen. It makes it seem way worse if you hear kid and you're assuming it's like a 6-year-old.
Yeah, but I mean, how old is he? Was he 18? Was he 16?
He's in high school. I saw on his Twitter page.
Still, I mean, I don't know if you're a Royals fan, which has got to be hard to do these days, I think.
I went on his Twitter page. He's still retweeting stuff from the Royals, so I don't think he's sour on it. He probably thought it was just as funny as I do.
You know what, Steve? Later, this is a story that he has for the rest of his life, which is a lot better than an autograph ball, if you ask me.
I agree. Like, I never tell you guys about that awesome time that I met Howard Johnson from the New York Mets and he signed my baseball.
You're right. I didn't even know that happened.
It did.
And you may have told me, but the Billy Joel story just takes up the space in my brain, and I got no room for Hojo and his baseball.
I have no idea where that baseball went, but I'll never lose that memory of Billy Joel telling me to F off, kid.
Normally I would disagree with you, but I think you have a strong point there. It's a great story, and he will never forget that.
Mariners lost yesterday. I like to forget that. 9-2.
Yeah.
And how about, so we talked to Sophie yesterday. We had her on the show. She was the lady that after that bench clearing brawl, she sent Jesse Winker a pizza just to kind of help him calm down because he flipped everybody off and he was mad. It was a pretty fun story. Yeah. So how about the Mariners yesterday? They did a giveaway. If you bought a Jesse Winker jersey or a player T-shirt, they give you a lapel pin that was a pizza. That said Mariners on it.
Look how quick they were able to turn that around.
Right? Unless they were planning on doing something like that, and they're like, well, crap, this is all coming together. Let's do it quick.
Wow, dude, that's a really... and by the way, we lost to the Orioles.
Yeah, but we also lost like 1 billion players, didn't we? From like suspensions and things like that, from that bench clearing brawl.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
And the Orioles have been playing better. You're right. We lost to the Orioles.
The Orioles are playing better.
Hey, Kraken are doing something kind of cool. Well, I think very cool. They're getting ready for the new season that's going to be coming up, to 2022-2023 season. And they're going to offer single game tickets that are priced at $20 and $40. So for those that didn't want to drop, all you have to do is become a verified fan on Ticketmaster. You go to, just search verified fan Ticketmaster in Seattle Kraken, and you'll be able to get to sign up, and a limited number of tickets throughout the season will be available for people to purchase at a lower price, which is very cool for those that don't want to drop or can't afford to drop $100 for a ticket.
Yeah, and if you want to do something, then just take a chance by going in on game night and hoping that there are some cheap tickets available. That's a nice option.
It's just cool that they even said, hey, the front office heard a lot of people talking about, hey, the tickets are a little too expensive, so they're trying to give some kind of opportunities for people. I don't know how many, but sign up. That way you'll be a part of the lottery for people that will get a chance to buy tickets at a lower price.
More importantly, have they offered an explanation about the mascot yet.
Man, bro, every morning I think about that and I try and put it in the back of my mind because I'm mad about it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, we were lied to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that has to be addressed. Look, I can appreciate problems, I can appreciate delays, but the fact is we have not been given a reason for Mascot Gate.
Yeah. I'm not happy about it. I spent all that money. Okay, I didn't on that NFT, but imagine if I did. I'd be deleting that NFT in a heartbeat. Is that how you do it? Like, how do you trash an NFT?
I don't know.
On another edition of How I Got Old.
Oh, thanks. This texter just brought up a good point. All the Mariner starters were still in. They haven't appealed like the suspensions or anything along those lines.
Well, so much for that idea.
So they just lost because they sucked.
Oh. Yeah, what are you going to do?
So how do we go from 91 degrees yesterday to a high of 67 and cloudy today?
Yeah,
wait, what?
I know.
Yes.
Huh. I know, that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Hey, thanks to Kia Pure for giving us the mix report, and that's what's up.
That's how you did the temperature. How does this work?
Right? I mean, talk about an extreme swing.
I know.
Over 20 degrees?
Yeah. You're right, man. It is, it's trippy. But that was the talk of the event yesterday. All of us, hey, is it hot enough for you? But how about 20-degree difference tomorrow?
And now we're back down again.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're back down again. Back to where we were supposed to be.
Makes you want to take a baseball from a teen and chuck it as far as humanly possible.
Yeah. See what I can do. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Which author's books include Call of the Wild and White Fang?
Grisham.
No.
Grisham.
Stephen King.
No.
I'm going to go with Dr. Seuss.
No. Close.
No, sir. I know this because we had to read those books in school. Jack London was the answer. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 6:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.